What's up, guys? Welcome to the Sports 2.0 Network's YouTube channel. I'm your host of today's video, Tanner Kern. I'm one of the content creators at the Sports 2.0 Network, and today we are going to be talking about the New England Patriots draft, how they did, the players they got, and how these guys are going to fit into next year's team. But before we get into that, make sure to click that subscribe button. If you are a Boston sports fan, especially, you're really going to want to click that subscribe button because the Sports 2.0 Network is going to make a huge announcement in the next couple of weeks in regards to Boston sports. So definitely do that so you don't miss a beat. So with the 15th overall pick in the draft, the Patriots went with Mac Jones, quarterback out of Alabama. There were rumors that Mac was going to go to the Patriots. The way the draft worked out, it was either going to be Justin Fields or Mac Jones, and the Patriots didn't have to trade up, and they still were able to grab Jones at 15. So this is a huge pickup for New England. I'm excited as a Patriots fan that they took a quarterback. This is the franchise player. He is going to be the guy for years to come. Now this year, Bill Belichick has already made it clear that Cam Newton is still going to be the guy under center, at least to start the season, but look for Mac to get a lot of meaningful reps. He's a great quarterback, and I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but this guy earned his first round status. Doesn't have the best arm, doesn't have arm strength, but when you look at his accuracy, it's phenomenal. And it's not because of his ability to fit a ball in a tight window. It's because his footwork is great. His feet are always in position to make the right throws. When his feet aren't in position, that's when he gets sloppy. That's when he makes mistakes. But most of the time at Bama last season, he was in a tremendous spot to make every throw that was necessary of a starting quarterback. So look for him to be the guy moving forward in New England. So after the Patriots locked up Mac Jones with the first pick in the draft, they transitioned to the defensive side of the ball, and they picked up his teammate from Alabama, Christian BARMORE, defensive lineman. BARMORE's a redshirt sophomore, one of the most explosive defensive linemen in the country, great with his hands, phenomenal footwork. The only thing I worry about with BARMORE is his ability to get overpowered. Sometimes on the inside, when he doesn't play low enough, he is a target for an offensive lineman. But as you can see there, he is a quarterback hunter. He loves getting after the quarterback. He can play the run, and he's young. He's only a redshirt sophomore, so big things to come from BARMORE. I think he's going to be the massive surprise in training camp. Patriots are going to expect him to play this year, but I think he's going to go above and beyond to be a leader on that defensive front by the end of the season. Now, after the Patriots locked up their inside with BARMORE, they went with RONNIE Perkins, a defensive end out of Oklahoma. Perkins is an animal. The only thing I fear with Perkins is his speed off the edge. He ran a 4.71 at his pro day. That's not very good for a defensive end rushing the passer. He also had some character issues. He got caught doing drugs, got a positive drug test last year in the bowl game, which caused him to miss 5 games this season, but he was still very good in the 6 games that he played in for Oklahoma. His balance and his hands off the edge are disruptive for offensive tackles. He can get to the quarterback. He's got to work on the speed a little bit, but this is going to be a great pickup for the Patriots on the edge. He has the highest ceiling, I think, in the whole draft class for New England. So the Patriots followed up their Oklahoma pick in the 3rd round with another Oklahoma pick in the 4th round. They went with Rhamondre Stevenson, a running back. He's a very explosive runner. He embraces contact. He's a violent finisher. The only thing to fear with Rhamondre is his ability to run away from people. He's not going to do that. He wants to run you over. He wants to physically dominate you. But he does struggle in pass protection, which is weird for a back of his stature. So look for him to be the power run back, the early down back for the team. I don't think he'll be in there on 3rd and 4th down initially until he improves that pass protection. But this was a surprise pick for the Patriots because they have a stacked running back room already. You got Sony Michel, you got James White. Those guys, one of those guys is probably not going to return to the Patriots. They're probably going to be used as trade bait. Sony Michel might not be back. That's the rumor right now after they drafted Rhamondre Stevenson. So this was an interesting pick, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see how the rest of the offseason unfolds in the running back room for New England. Now in the 5th round at 177th overall, the Patriots transitioned back to defense. They picked up Cameron McGrone, a linebacker out of Michigan. I love this pick. I think it's an excellent selection. The kid is only 20 years old. He's not going to turn 21 until the end of June. The only thing about McGrone is he's got a lot to work on. He needs reps. He hasn't got many reps at Michigan because of the shortened season last year. He really only played 1 full season in 2019, but he is a beast. He can come downhill. He can make plays. He does get caught looking in the backfield a good amount, which is not acceptable. It's not going to transition over the NFL, so he's really got to work on reading his keys, not staring at the backfield, reading his guards, and making plays according to the offensive line instead of staring and falling for a fake or a play action, because that did happen to him a lot in Michigan. But the kid's only 20 years old. He's got a lot of work to do, a lot of room to grow, and this is going to be a leader for the Patriots in the coming seasons. So the Patriots had 2 picks in the 6th round. The first one, they went with Joshua Bledsoe, a safety out of Missouri. Bledsoe is a guy that loves to come downhill. He loves contact. He's going to smack a running back in the open field. He's a very good tackler, drive through contact, runs his feet. The thing about Bledsoe is he's not the best athlete in the world. He's very explosive, has great straight line speed, but his side-to-side agility, mobility is not the best in the world. He's got to really work on that to be a successful safety in the NFL. I think he'll help the Patriots on special teams this year with a chance to work into a starting safety position, but he does need a lot of work. Here's a clip of Bledsoe breaking up a pass. He's good in coverage. He's not great. If a guy tries to challenge him vertically, not going to work out well, but he can come downhill. He's very good in the short passing game coverage as a safety because he's strong. He can separate a guy on the line of scrimmage and not allow them to get off the ball very easily. So with the 2nd pick in the 6th round, the Patriots went with William Sherman, an offensive lineman out of Colorado. I am a huge offensive line guy. I love breaking down offensive linemen, and the best part about Sherman is his versatility. He's not the nastiest player in the world. He's not the most athletic player in the world, but he is versatile. He played tackle in college. He played guard in high school. At 6'3", 304 pounds, he is probably going to be on the interior to start the season, but he can play tackle, and that's going to be very beneficial for the Patriots. Patriots are loaded on the offensive line right now. I don't think he'll have to play right away. I do expect Sherman to make the team, though, because he can play multiple spots. They're probably going to teach him how to play center as well, and if you can get a guy that can play all 5 spots on the offensive line, they are invaluable for a team because injuries happen. It's very rare to see a team start all 5, the same 5 offensive linemen all season long. It just doesn't happen because of injuries. So Sherman's going to get in there, but probably not right away. I expect him to be a rotational guy. So with the Patriots' final pick of the night, they went with Trey Nixon, a wide receiver out of Central Florida. Now, Nixon was a steal. He was a guy that was supposed to go in the 5th round, made it all the way to the 7th, and the Patriots snagged him. Obviously, because Julian Edelman went out on retirement, he's done now, and I think Nixon is going to be a very valuable piece of the offensive puzzle, give Cam Newton another weapon to work with. You can see here, UCF loved having him run comeback routes, and his route running is what makes him so special. He does have some hands of steel occasionally. He's not the best pass catcher. He doesn't have the best ball tracking skills. But Nixon can make guys miss in the open field, and he gets open, and that is exactly what the Patriots need. This was a steal. I can't say it enough. The Patriots got lucky to get him in the 7th round, and he is going to make an immediate impact with the team. So thanks for watching today's video, guys. What do you think of the Patriots 2021 draft? Let me know. Connect with me at Tanner Kern on Instagram, at TannerKern_ on Twitter, and then at Sports 2.0 Network on Twitter and Instagram as well. So let us know what you guys think, and remember to smash that subscribe button because we have a lot of exciting content coming up in the future, especially if you're a Boston sports fan. So thanks for watching, guys.